I made the switch. Now, I made the switch from Apple to Android. This is my first day. I've already ran into one problem. Now, this is not a big problem, but like I use an app, and it's called Shopper for Instacart, and I shop for people's orders. And essentially what happened was, while I was in the store, everything scans really quick. The signal works a little bit better than my Apple, just because like when I go into like Fry's or Costco, the signal is absolute garbage. So to have an actual good experience with that it feels really good. You know, I didn't have to hook up to their Wi-Fi. It just worked. So that's cool. Aside from that though, the app just shut down, and then I restarted it. It came right back. But then it shut down in the middle of like me doing an order and logged me out of the actual app itself. Now, if it was the app that did that, it would say that maybe I need to verify me as a person, because like it does do a weird verification where you got to take a photo of yourself and things like that. That's normal. But logging me completely out is not normal. So I'm gonna have to put that on Android. Now I haven't okay, see, that's another thing. With Android, you've got to stay updated on your phone. And what I mean by that is if let's say 4 updates blew by and you need to update your phone. I update, they'll update, it's usually on iPhone, it would update to the latest and greatest, and the other 3 wouldn't matter. It would just include everything in one. It would take a little longer, but that's how it would go. With Android, it has to update all the updates until it's fully updated, which is kind of annoying, but it's only my first day. There's always going to be what I would call the Apple bug out there. Apple knows that you switched. It's recognized your number has been over there to the Android side, to the dark side, light side. I'm not sure which one is which. And I think that they send some things where, you know, because it messes some things up to make you want to come back. So I'm definitely gonna give it at least 30 days for sure. I'm gonna give it at least 30 days and just do it that way, because I don't want to give up just yet. You know, I want to check it out, see what's what, see if it's worth it, you know? Because I've been having this Android for quite some time, and I've been looking at it and it looks so pretty. That's one thing that Samsung or Android phones, period, for the most part, they do right. They get the phone right. The look of the phone is always so sexy. And the iPhone has sexy commercials. Has very sexy commercials. The commercials are very like attractive, and they make you want, even if it says, oh, look at our new purple. You know it's not really purple, but in that commercial it makes it look really good. And you're like, yeah, they've changed this much, but that means I'll just get this much more in my experience. And that's what people get sold on. And I've got sold, trust me, year after year after year with these things, which is great because I love Apple. And that's why everything I have is Apple. But we were switching to Android. I'm not going to switch my computer to Android unless I can get a gaming computer, because gaming computers are the only computers that make sense. If you have a regular HP, your HP sucks. All of them suck, okay? So what my main people's focus is like, well, what about all your photos? You know that, okay, just to let you know, we all have Google. We all use Google, right? Okay, let me show you this. Now, you know how if I take a picture on here, it'll automatically update on my MacBook? Same thing, but with Google Photos. So Google Photos, I'm already logged into, right? Now, you could choose to pay, like if you have a lot, like I do have a lot, so I do pay for the 2 terabyte plan, which is $9.99, but they do have a completely free plan. I think it's up to like 10 or 15 gigs or something like that, or $1.99 for 200 gigs, which is really good. These are better than iCloud type things. With that, your phone is automatically, like if you took a video, this video I'm taking right now is already uploading to the cloud. Like as we speak, as we're doing this live, it's uploading to their Google Cloud. So that way, if I go to the computer, which I'm already logged into everything Google anyways, I already use Google Chrome, I can click on there, boom, and it'll instantly show me all my videos. Then I can download them to my computer if I want to put them on my computer and put it on a hard drive, like if I just want to drag and drop. Google Drive is everything, bro. I'll tell you that right now. Google Drive is everything. Google Photos is everything. Like this is immaculate. So they also have the new Gemini features that are coming out that are they're all going to work with emails. They're going to be working with the spreadsheets and things of and things of that nature. So you got to understand that things are progressing really quick. Now, we do have Apple Intelligence on the way, and I am super excited because on the 9th of this month, which is September 9th, they are going to give us a new iPhone, and they're going to go give us the iOS 18 update. And I am excited because I like Apple, and I do have the phone still, and I still will use it. This is my main phone. This is like, if you called me, I gave you my number, this would be the phone that you give me. Like, this would be a phone you'd call on, which is the Android. One thing I don't like is I know that it's fully customizable and it can fully be customized. So I know I just don't know how to do it right now, but I can customize it. And the main thing I didn't like was the fact that when I get a like on, let's say, TikTok, it'll go, do that stupid Android noise. And I can't stand the Android noise. The Android noise is so dumb. Like, I want to change that from that weird to like something better, because that's so annoying. So annoying. And I just haven't went through all the settings yet. I probably can do it if I just Google it, YouTube it, something. I'm sure it's availability to do, and it's super easy to do. I'm not super tech savvy. That's kind of why I realize that people who do Androids are people who are actually tech savvy type people, which is great. I mean, I'm not a tech savvy type person whatsoever, but I do know how to work my way around technology. You know, I know how to work my way around. It's just I haven't had an Android since LG 3. And before that, it was a Samsung S2. And before that, it was a Nokia, the block phone. You know what I mean? Like, I've had that many Androids in my life. I've had iPhones since iPhone 4. All of them. I didn't skip a year. I'm not the guy that skipped a year. Every single year, they changed this much to redesigns to taking away home buttons. All of these things matter. And I sat there through all of it. All of it. Okay? And that's why I have so much Apple products. And I still love Apple. I do. You know, I still want to use their MacBook Mini, which I do. And I still want to be able to use my iPhone, which I will have. And whenever the new iPhone comes out, yes, I will be buying the new iPhone. Will I be using it as my everyday driver? No, I won't. So when I buy a phone, I buy it to replace the older version of whatever I'm trying to use it for. So like, iPhone comes with a lot of great features. So I'll usually use the iPhone for something specific. Like, all right, cool. Well, maybe I'm going to sit it at home and go live on TikTok all day or whatever. I don't want to use my main phone because someone calls, it's going to interrupt the live. It's going to, you know, I want to just use the phone for the live. It makes sense, right? So I just use the phone for the live. Then what I like to do is maybe I want to record out here and boom, do it like a little vlog or whatever. Like right now, you know how nerve-wracking it is to sit here and talk to you guys as I'm using my main driver phone. And I'm like, dude, like someone could possibly call and hopefully no one calls because it'll interrupt my video and yada, yada, yada. Like, bro, yes, I could put it on Do Not Disturb, but when you're moving through the juices of trying to produce a video, the last thing you're thinking about is, let me turn it on this and this. But the creative vibes are going. The creative vibes are pumping. It needs to get done now. I need to get this out now. I need to come to and do my video. Like, I got my ideas are flowing right now. I have everything going for me right now. So why wait? That's kind of like where it's at with that. So you got to understand that when you switch to anything, like if you decide to drive, like this is another thing I was thinking about. Like, well, should I trade in my gas car for an electric car? I've watched all the videos I could possibly find about the type of car I want. So I went out and test drove them all. I test drove the Cybertruck. I test drove the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y. All of them. I test drove them all. And my literal favorite, not for budget-wise, if I had all the money in the world, I would definitely buy the Cybertruck too, but I would still be more inclined to buy the Model 3 versus any of them. Because the Model 3, I don't know, it's like a sports car with 4 doors, and it looks like a small car, but it's so roomy on the inside. And the Model S is the bigger version of it, but it's also the bigger car of it. I don't truly need that, because you get the Model 3 Performance, you're paying like the baseline of that, and it's faster than that. Like they'll do the revamp for the Model S, but their new revamp's gonna happen to the Model Y, the Juniper, right? So for me, I'm like, the Model 3 is it, bro. Model 3, okay? And I'm not buying it brand new. I'm gonna have to buy used for sure. And what I'm thinking about doing, well, no, I don't like using the phrase thinking about it. My wife has me using the phrase thinking about it. Oh, well, think about, maybe I was thinking, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. But either I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. That's how we need to think about everything, okay? So what I'm going to do is wait till later on next year for the used versions of the 2024. And hope to God that someone already bought exactly what I want, which is the Quicksilver. I want the Model 3 Performance Quicksilver as a color and white interior. It looks so clean on there. Like they have like this little builder, you can build that. It looks so clean, bro. So clean. And if I can get that at like 20,000 miles for maybe 27, 30, 32K, that's half price of what I would do it right now. So when I first looked at it, it was 59,000. Then I just looked at it recently, and now it's 49,000. I went down by 10 grand, the same exact things. I mean, I went up to 57,000 if I do the Quicksilver, but if I do the regular paint job, and then, because what they're essentially doing is charging you $10,000 for a paint job. So your $10,000, what reason why they're doing it is because the tax credit. The tax credit is $7,500, right? So you're not getting the tax credit unless you get the normal color at this exact moment. I don't know about later, but this exact moment, you get the regular color, the regular dark gray, the charcoal gray, then you will get the tax credit. But if you choose to go to the other one, they're gonna get, okay, for one, the Quicksilver is $2,000, then it's $7,500 you're missing out on. You can literally pay someone for a color changing paint job if you wanted to for $10,000. So my thought process is get the regular, especially if by the time I go to buy it, you know, well, it won't matter because I'm buying it used. But I'm saying if I was buying it brand new, by the time I came around to it, if that's how it still was, that's exactly what I would do. I'd buy the dark gray and save that money and buy the paint job I would actually want, and just forget about the Quicksilver. I would just come up with a different color. Like in my mind, I'm thinking about like maybe like a like one of those, like, you know, Diamond Company blue. That's like a teal or whatever. That's oh my God, that sounds dope. Or like a Mary Kay powder pink, bro. Oh my God, bro. Don't judge me, bro. Don't judge until you see it. Don't you judge me, bro. The powder pink. Oh my God. Look up the color code. Just look at the color code for Mary Kay, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, that actually ain't bad. It's not like it's not like Victoria's Secret pink. You know what I'm saying? You do gotta change it just a slight bit because they do dedicate that exact color code for Mary Kay, and yeah, they could get sued by Mary Kay if someone decided to paint that. Especially, I'm not talking about a backdoor type shop. I'm talking about a dedicated, very people take their high-end cars there, because if I'm saving $10,000, might as well spend the money, right? Like, it's ridiculous. So these are the things that I'm thinking about. So that's how I am with the Apple to Android now. That's my experience so far. My first day, and trading my gas car to an electric. I'm gonna do a video exclusively talking about the gas car to electric and some of the benefits that I know of. Obviously, besides saving gas, like we all know that, like you have electric, you don't, whatever. The charge network, I want to go over quite a few different things, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. We did have one comment on the last video, so we're going to put that comment here. No. So he must be talking about, should I go from Apple to Android? And his answer was no, or her answer was no, or their answers were no. I'm not sure. I don't want to misrepresent you. But anyways, leave a comment down below. I do not respond to any comments. I do respond with a video. As you've seen, I respond with a video with your actual comment. And if you have any questions, I'll respond to those. So, okay, I do appreciate you. This is just to get the ball rolling on people commenting on the video so we can respond to actual questions, not statements, okay? Peace!